I noticed that when the roots come out of the pot and they're in direct touch with the water in the reservoir, their tips get black and rot. Because of that, I let the water dry out completely every now and again. Does it happen to you too? Should I consider it normal? That happens, and it's a question I get asked a lot, is what do I do when my roots grow into my reservoir? So similar to the question asked here. So I've got this is my philodendron beauty. I love this plant. She's just gorgeous. If you look at her here, those are her roots. Those roots are growing out of that nursery pot and are now living in that reservoir because it's in the submerged method and it's right there. But when I tug at these roots, you can see that they're fine. So far they're fine. Nothing is rotting. Everything is really, really healthy. So when that is happening, one of the things you can do is just to leave your plant alone because it will happen. I'll show you another plant. This is my Anthurium crystallinum. That's a new leaf over there. How gorgeous is that beauty? You can see the root system in there as well. Those roots are just going gangbusters, and you've got a root there. And these roots are still, they're pretty new in this reservoir, but this is a good one. When you look at these two roots here, this one is a new root. It's lovely and pristine and clean. But if you look at this root there, it's looking a bit mushy, and I'm pretty sure if I tug at that, it's going to come off. There we go. There we go. That came off. And that is to be expected. Of course, it's sitting in water. That water is probably lacking. It doesn't have as much oxygen as it used to, and it's just water. So yeah, that is going to happen. And if you want, you could actually trim those roots off. That's absolutely fine. You could also repot your plant and it will absolutely be fine. So that's something that is not a problem. And I know a lot of people do something that they call a wet-dry cycle, which also depends on the plant as well, because some plants are happy to have a little bit of a dry period and not have any wetness at all times, which is fine. So you've got your reservoir and you let it dry off for maybe a day or two, and it gives those roots a chance to dry off a little bit. I personally actually don't do that. Well, at least not on purpose anyway. If my reservoir dries up, it's probably because I didn't have a chance to get to it. But you can do that. Some people do that, as I mentioned. So it is a normal thing. Reservoir management is a normal thing. But another thing a lot of people do as well is just have a different kind of setup if you don't want that. So you have the wick setup and you have your roots growing down there, and those roots are actually not touching your reservoir. But, it happens. You can have your roots growing into your reservoir, and that's absolutely fine. And the rotting of those roots is, okay. That's exactly what we expect is going to happen after some time.